Hello everyone!
Hi guys, today's video is going to be very, very different from, I think, all of our videos.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Wilma has no clue where we're going here. You guys know we don't have a lot of notes and we just kind of wing it, but we always have like a 5-minute conversation before video. We try not to do a video where there's no update for you guys or, something that's informational. So what we do is I usually say, hey Wilma, let's do a video today and here's the topic, and we have 2 selfie challenges, and she may not even have seen the photos yet.
No.
And I do take notes of people's names and stuff like that just to get through that. And then we do an update on what's going on, and then we go out and just kind of wing it. But we do know the topic. So let's say, hey, we're going to do a garden update. So Wilma walked down to the garden, and then just at that point, we know the topic, the garden, but we don't know what we're going to talk about.
No.
So we're trying to, be spontaneous like that, because I think the video is better. If it's too scripted, comes across as fake. So this video, and we've done over 300 videos now.
Yeah.
And we hit a milestone.
Yes, a big milestone.
1 million views.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Unbelievable.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Just unbelievable. So you guys know, we built this house, and now we're doing projects and trying to get a little informational. We're doing more informational videos, and that's really because our channel has morphed, and it's really because of you. You're sending all this questions about how we did it. Now you saw the videos, but want specific information, or a lot of you have specific questions. So we've been answering the questions, and again, we're not the experts, but we've been through it. So I think the fact that we've been through it, at least we can guide people on what we did, and hopefully it's beneficial for you guys. And I also want to get into a little bit about how the Philippines, as I always say, it's not all beaches and bikini. A lot of people do beautiful videos, much more technical than ours.
Yes.
But it's always positive, positive, positive. There's always drawbacks. So if you're thinking about, visiting here or moving here, it's not good for you just to get video after video after video that it's sunny every day.
Always about the good.
Yeah, the food's fantastic, the beaches are beautiful, everything worked out fine, and you guys know, at least longtime viewers, I think, as compared to so many people that we talk to, that we've had a pretty easy go of it. We really have. We've been lucky. And there's a lot of horror stories out there. And I would say, 50% is we've done our due diligence. We're very thorough with things. But then the other 50% is just luck.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's have this conversation. So I just try to think of something off the top of my head. How happy are you?
Well, to be honest with you.
Maybe I shouldn't ask that question for the first.
To be honest, the first 6 to 12 months, I was not that happy. I really did not enjoy my retirement yet at the time, because I miss the U.S. And I miss the normalcy.
Oh yeah,
yes,
normalcy, yeah.
Normalcy, because that's a big deal for me. And we were on a go, finding property and dealing with lots of realtor, and you always have to watch your back, because you don't know,
Right, you don't know.
You don't know, am I getting a partner price and all that? So it was like a stressful.
Okay.
At least for me, for the first 6 to 12 months.
Yeah,
it's stressful.
What comes to mind is, like that honeymoon phase. For me, I worked all my life, so did Wilma.
Yes.
I worked 35 years, worked very hard, did my best to have the plan of a 10-year plan of having enough money to retire. So moving here, you know, it was just, to me, it's a tropical island. I got into the beaches in bikini, you know, so to speak. The weather's nice, you know, it does rain, but yet, you know, the sun comes out a few hours later. You know, you can sit outside at 10 o'clock at night and it's nice and warm. You know, just, I really enjoyed the tropics because I never seen the tropics until I was an adult. I lived in New York. That's not a tropical paradise. You know, it's you know, urban, you know, it's rolling hills, it's farmland, a very different look. So for me, I think I had an easier go of it than you did.
Yes, well, for me, I grew up in the island first half of my life, but it just, I spent most of my life in the U.S. Coming back here, I was having a hard time adjusting.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think with the heat, especially in Leyte, it was just so hot, and you know, it was just tough for me.
Yeah, well, it was for me too. I can remember, you know, the first few months, especially where we were in Leyte, we were at sea level. I struggled.
Yeah, how much can you go swimming? I know we go swimming like almost every day, but then, you know.
But even the water was hot.
Yeah, you have to go deep,
yeah.
deep end, because if you know, go swimming the shallow end, it's like a hot bath.
Yeah, it's like a hot tub.
Hot tub,
yeah. It's like a hot tub for sure, yeah.
So.
You jump in the water, heck, it's got to be 95 degrees.
Yeah.
At least 90 degrees anyway, very, very hot. So yeah, I think there was a big adjustment. So what about now? Fast forward to now. You know, we've been on the go for 2 years, basically.
Yes.
You know, now that we've got the house built and we're settled in, how are you now? And be honest.
Now I want to, yes, you know, I just want to be honest because, you know, I don't want to be the type of person always only tell the, you know, the good, you know, not the bad. But now I actually start to enjoy retirement life.
That's good to know.
And I enjoy doing my garden and then keep the house clean, you know, and you know, you guys know, the long-term viewers, that I'm a neat freak. But I start to enjoy now, and then now we have friends.
Yeah.
And
that's
you know
big.
what? You know what, guys? Friends is like obsessed with him. I mean, he followed him everywhere. And if he don't see him, he's like looking, and if he hear his voice, he look on where he is, and he is like, he's obsessed.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be a good hobby for me, training him. Yeah. So let's talk about boredom. That's a topic that has been in the back of my mind for a while. Now, Wilma and I have not been bored for 2 years.
No,
we've been the opposite of bored.
Yeah, the opposite.
But now that we've settled in, and I've actually had some of our friends ask, and I guess just because they're getting to know me that I like keeping busy. You know, if you're coming or thinking about moving here to the Philippines or just visiting, if you're the type of person that, you know, just wants to be a couch potato and watch TV, then I guess it wouldn't matter. You can sit on the couch in your first world country, you can sit on the couch here. But if you have hobbies, for example, I think you need to think about that. So let me see if I can give an example. Again, I've been thinking about this for a few weeks because there has been days, say last 30 days here, where we don't have nowhere to go. We've done all our errands.
Yes.
Our list of projects that I'm going to handle, I'm on target. I got a lot of the projects done. And we like have a whole day where we have nothing planned. So, you know, one would think that, let's just watch movies all day. I can't do that.
I can't.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I had to be doing something. I just can't sit in the couch.
So boredom, that's something that you need to think about. Now, we could go to a coffee shop, but how many days in a row?
How much can you do that?
Yeah,
like,
can you know, get ready, drive to a coffee shop, sit there, drink coffee, maybe chit chat with, you know, somebody, and then go home. I can do that once a month. I can't do it every day. So I guess it's up to the individual, right? So the way I try to think through this is, let's say that in your home country, I almost said U.S. I got to get away from the U.S. because we're getting more viewers from Europe.
Yes.
You know, the U.S. viewers are there, but we're getting a lot Canada, Australia, and then a lot of people from Europe. So I got to stop saying U.S. I got to say Europe. But let's just say you like to fish. That's a sport or a hobby you like. Well, don't move 3 hours into the province away from the ocean.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're gonna, if you like fishing in your home country, that's just not gonna stop because you move here. Wilma and I always had a motorcycle in the United States. And we worked hard all week, but usually one day a week, it was usually a Saturday during warm weather. One of the things that Wilma and I like to do is we would jump on the bike, usually drive an hour, hour and a half, nothing major, different directions all the time, have lunch somewhere. When we found great places, we would, you know, go back to them just because it was a good time. But we'd also like to try new places and have lunch and then drive that hour, hour and a half back. And that was our afternoon. That was a hobby that we enjoyed. Yeah. So moving here, you know, early on, Wilma said, "Are you going to buy a motorcycle?" I'm like, "Well, I'm going to buy a scooter. It's not necessarily a motorcycle because I enjoy riding a motorcycle or motorbike or scooter." And though we use the truck a lot, just the other day we jumped on the scooter and we went for a ride. Yeah. We had to do a couple errands just downtown and then we just went for a ride. Just up through the jungle on a road we'd never been before. We have no idea where we're going, kind of getting lost. You come to a dead end, you got to turn it around. We enjoy that. So I guess what I'm saying is if you have hobbies, try to think about that, how you're going to move your hobby from your home country to here. I like doing general fixing of things. I consider myself relatively handy, right? I can do this, I can do that. If the faucet's leaking and I need to replace the faucet, I know how to replace the faucet. I'm sure most people do. So I brought all my tools. Yeah. I have all my tools here, so you know, if I needed to mess around with something, fix something, I can do that. So I think about being bored is just because you're doing something as a hobby in the home country, don't come here and think it's just going to end. That you're just going to sit and look out at the coconut trees all day long. Maybe that's for you, but I think you need to think about that because boredom could happen. Yeah, so now this is the real reason, guys, why, you know, I come from Leyte and a lot of you ask why we choose to build here in Negros Oriental. Well, that's the one reason also. I know Greg, he does not want to live in Leyte, in Palompon. And I don't blame him because it's just too far from everything. You know, okay, we have a nice island, we have a nice, you know, beach and all that. Leyte's beautiful. It's beautiful, but, you know. You can't get a hamburger. Yeah, it's like, there's not even a McDonald's. No. And, hour and a half. You have to travel an hour and a half, and I've said this before, an hour and a half to get a hamburger. Wilma and I traveled the hour and a half to get a hamburger. You know where I'm going? At McDonald's, which is, you know, not good to eat. Yeah. And they were out of hamburgers. Yeah. And they were out of French fries, and the ice cream machine wasn't working. Yeah, and the only thing that they have is chicken and rice. Chicken and rice at a McDonald's. McDonald's. So they were out for at least, what? A couple weeks. Couple weeks. That's what we were told. Yeah, so that's why, you know, that's the real reason why we choose to live here in Negros Oriental. You got to try to think about your home life. Let's say you like going to the movies. That's something that you and your significant other likes to do. You like going to the movies. Well, why would you move here up deep into the jungle where there's absolutely no movie theaters? Like 3 hours away. You have to travel 3 hours just to go see a movie. Yeah. So are you going to just say, I'm just never going to go to a movie theater again? Or have to be a special trip where you're going to have to get a hotel room, for example, just to go to a movie theater? So think it through. I think that's very important. We hit multiple islands. You guys know the story, where we wanted to, one, see the Philippines, but every island's a little different. We could have very easily bought land and built in Cebu because they have Western style restaurants, everything that has here and more, but it was too city for us.
Yeah, it was just too crowded for me.
Too crowded, too city.
Yeah.
Here, you still have the movie theater that's just down the road.
Half an hour away.
You have the mall, you have the Western style restaurants. There is enough expats here where you can develop good friendships, right? If you move somewhere deep into the province, say where your wife grew up, you're not going to be having a conversation with anybody. It's going to be very difficult, and I experienced that my first several months in Leyte. The neighbors were fantastic. A lot of her neighbors were her uncles and aunts.
Yes.
They tried so hard to sit down and have a conversation with me. But it's like me trying to sit down and speak Bisaya. I know 50 words, but I can only say good morning, good afternoon, how are you? You know, no, I don't want that, or I'm full, or this is delicious. You know, I have my phrases, but once I say my phrases, that's it. There is no more conversation.
Yeah.
So think about that. If you're maybe having a long distance relationship and I'm going to move where my long distance relationship lives, and you come to find out that it's really tucked away, how are you going to react to that? Does certain relationships fail, not because the two people weren't compatible? Could it be that you inserted yourself from where you came from that may have everything that's available to you, and then it just stops?
Into nothing.
To zero.
Yeah.
No telephone service, maybe no internet, no TV. Can't go to a restaurant, or even if you go to a restaurant, it's just Filipino
Basic
food.
food.
Very basic food, nothing fancy. Maybe that's for you, but think that through. So don't make any commitments till you come here. And that's another thing I want to mention. I still hear people that sell their home and sell all their belongings and move here, and they've never been here. I think it's a big mistake.
Yes, it's huge in the state.
I think it is. Because, you know, again, you watch these YouTubers out there, and they all do a great job. Most of the YouTubers do a much better job than we do with the technical aspect of it, and the drone footage and all stuff like that. All that fluff, which is very, very nice. It looks really, really good. But if you're back in your home country and say, you know what, I'm really thinking about moving to Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, the Philippines, Malaysia, wherever country that you're thinking about, and you've never visited there just for a vacation, like I've said, you get a 30-day free visa here in the Philippines. Schedule that visit.
Yes, definitely. Check out the place
Check
before
it
you
out.
Make a commitment.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
don't just pigeonhole yourself into one area. Oh, the girl that I'm talking with lives on this island, this municipal, this little barangay, and that's the only area that you're thinking about. I think it's a mistake. Maybe that area is perfect. Maybe you come here for 30 days and say it's exactly what I want. But be careful, because once you settle in, remember that honeymoon phase. You move there, you hear the roosters in the morning, it's nice and hot. You may be living in a native house. Everyone, you're on vacation mode, you think it's great. You're visiting the family or getting to know the family for the first time. Oh, everything is fantastic. Yeah, it's fantastic for the first 30 days.
Yes, there's a lot of good example, right? This in Palompon, there's this couple, they're from the U.S., and they bought this this nice home, actually next to our home.
I didn't know where you were going, but now I know.
You know
I know who you're talking
about,
about
right?
now. Yeah, this is a good story.
Yeah, they're a nice couple, but then it comes to find out they spend a lot of money for this home, and now they want to sell the home because there was just nothing for the husband to do except just drink with neighbor. Or the kids came once, and the kids don't want to have anything to do with it.
Right.
So now they're selling the home after they just owned it for like a couple years.
That's a great point. I forgot that story.
Yeah, that's a good.
And they're a great couple.
Yeah, they were a great couple.
We met them. They're a great couple.
Neighbor.
And they built this house. I can remember when I first got to her barangay. You know, we're just going for walks every day.
Yes.
And I went, wow, look at this house. That's got to be owned by a foreigner.
It's a beautiful
It's
home.
like the nicest house in the barangay.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, I know the Filipina that lives there. I went to school with her. I know her.
Yeah.
Beautiful home. Did a real nice job. And now he was there for a while. And we went out to dinner.
Yeah.
We went out to dinner with the couple. I got to know the gentleman. And he was like, there's nothing to do. And then he was like, I can't talk to anybody. There's nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
He says, all I do all day is just drink beer.
Yeah, you two was like talking for hours because, oh my God, I finally have somebody to talk to that we can understand each other.
And I experienced that. I told you many times that, you know, I think if you're in your home country, you're naive, because I was naive. You can plan, you can research, you can watch videos, which is, again, beaches and bikinis. They always show the good stuff, not the bad stuff. You know, the walk around the boulevard and everything is beautiful, but you can smell the sewage from the hotel that's dumping somewhere.
Yeah.
And you're walking around and you're looking at these beautiful coconut trees, and it's a beautiful sunset, but it smells like sewage.
Yeah.
Right?
You don't smell that.
If you don't say that on the video, people are going to go, that's where I want to be. And then, because that's happened to us in Leyte and here.
Yeah.
You walk around and we go, oh my God, this is horrible. You know, and you just kind of like pick up the pace and get out of there. So, you know, again, you have to come and visit. So, boredom and not jumping into anything quickly.
Yeah, do not, you know, buy a property right away.
No.
You know, check around the area first, your neighborhood, and what's around the area, like within at least half an hour. Can you go to a McDonald's within half an hour?
Yeah, yeah.
Or can you go to, you know, a department store? Like where we are in Palompon, we're like an hour away from a regular grocery store.
Right.
You know, so it was that was hard, and that was the main reason why we decided to, you know, check different islands and see where we want to spend our retirement life.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you like this video. I mean, we just try to just have this general conversation. We don't want anybody, and we get a lot of visits. We have visits scheduled for this Saturday. We had a couple of visits. I mean, we're getting, you know, 1 to 3 subscriber visits a weekend, Saturdays only. And it's always the same questions over and over again because you guys are curious. And the ones that are successful always seems to be the one who comes and visits, checks out the area, made a plan, you know, saved for a long time, has that emergency fund, has some type of retirement ready. Either they're getting their retirement or about to, but they also have that upfront money, for example. All very important. They're the ones that seem to do better. That plan.
Yeah.
And how the heck can you plan if you've never been here? You know, get on a plane, come out here, and check it out.
Check out the area.
You may get off the plane and say it's not for you because of the heat. That happened to me in 2004. I flew into Manila, and I think we had 6 or 7 hour layover. So her brother came to meet us. So we spent 6 or 7 hours together. It took us to a mall because they were concerned about the heat with me. And I remember getting in the jeepney, and I went, I don't think I can take it. I don't think I can get to the mall. I can't breathe. It was so hot in Manila. Then it was, oh, when you get to the island of Leyte, it's cool breeze and it's different. I'm going, okay, it sounds great. I'll believe you. We landed Tacloban. We were sitting towards the back. They opened the door, and I think there was a rainstorm right where the door opening, because it just burst into fog with the heat coming in from the airport, and the air conditioning from the plane met at the door, and there was like a weather event there. And do you remember what I said? I mean, this is putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
But what did I say when I took a step out?
Oh my God, I'm gonna go back in. It was like an oven, guys.
It was like an oven. I mean, it was so bad where you just sweat out of every pore of your body, and you actually feel nauseous. You just sweat so much. And then we had to walk to the one gate and get our suitcases. Yes. And it took maybe 20 minutes to get the suitcases. And I'm standing there going, where's the air conditioning? I can't take it. Yeah. So that was my first trip here to the Philippines. And I can remember going, what am I going to do? Now, I knew that the house that Wilma built for her parents, we had our master bedroom with bath with aircon in it. Yeah. And back it was a brand new aircon. It was brand new, yeah. So I knew I had one room that I could crank up the aircon. And what I would do all the time, I would go out and have a conversation with somebody, take a quick walk, back to the bedroom, cool off. So to acclimate is huge.
Takes a long time.
Takes a long time. So
this time takes me a long time. Yeah. Especially we stay in Leyte for our first year. You know, before we found this place. Yeah. Yeah.
So come visit, see what it has to offer. Look at the good, look at the bad, look at the ugly, absorb it all in. At the end of the day, the good, in my opinion, far outweighs the challenges by a lot. Is there frustration? Yes. Is things different? Yes. Are you going to change it? No. You know, but at the end of the day, like you said, you're starting to settle in nice.
Yes, finally. Yeah. That's why I always tell like my friend right now, she's all, you know, stressing out, frustrated. And I said, you know, I've been there, done that, but at the end, there's going to be a nice reward. You know, that's when you got to enjoy it. And, you know, advice. And I said to her, like, you know, I'm not going to lie. I was not happy at least my first 6-12 months here, because what you're doing right now is what I was doing. Right. It's like paperwork after paperwork, trying to get the house built, you know, trying to have the property all titled and all that, and traveling from island to island. It was a hassle because of the during pandemic. And I said to her, it was stressful for me. But now I'm finally settling in, and I start to enjoy life.
Yeah, I mean, even little things like, when does the ship leave to this island? Oh, it leaves 9 o'clock in the morning. And I'm using that time because this is exactly what happened to us. 9 o'clock it leaves. Well, what time do we need to be here? You need to be there an hour early, 8 a.m. And we had a 2-hour drive. So we got there like 7:30, because of course I'm always early. So we got there at 7:30, got our tickets at 8, 9 o'clock, nothing happens. Oh, well, we're running a little late. It didn't leave to 3. Yeah. 3 o'clock. So it was a 6-hour wait in the heat. Now, you know, we have the truck, you can turn the aircon on, but do you want to run your truck for 6 hours in the sun just standing there? As, you know, people are knocking at the window, it's all tinted, you know, doing this because they see a truck. You know, can you give me money?
And there's no place to eat.
Yeah, there was nothing to eat there. So but we brought food.
Yeah, we brought a snack with us.
We had snacks with us. But again, that's just another example, right? Yes. 9 o'clock doesn't mean 9 o'clock. No. 9 o'clock means 3 o'clock. And what are you going to do? We had 2 choices. Turn around and go back 2 hours and say, we'll try another day. Or sit there in a little tiny, little municipal, no restaurants to eat. No. No real bathrooms. You just kind of go behind the little shack and just go.
For you, with me, I had to hold.
Yeah. So, you know, these are all the things that you're going to experience. It's part of the charm to some degree because now we laugh about it.
Yeah.
Right? Now when we experience that, we look back and go, you know, it's no big deal. So we've changed, I think, quite a bit over the last 2 years. I think we've changed for the better because of the charm of the Philippines, and, you know, the good far outweighs the bad. So we've enjoyed ourselves. We made a lot of friends, and we really think that we picked the right area. And all the hobbies and things that we like to do that we've done in our home country, we're doing now here. We got the dog, we got projects, you know, we ride our motorcycle. We love going out to dinner. That's kind of a hobby of ours.
Yeah.
There's so many good Western style restaurants in this area. So I think we did the due diligence, and you guys need to do the same thing. Come here for 30 days, check it out. You may want to even extend, which is very easy to do at any immigration office. Maybe 30 days is not enough. It took us 11 months to find this land.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's going to take you 11 months, but, you know, really come here and check it out and make sure it's for you before you make that commitment, because again, you don't want to make any big mistakes. So
I hope you like this video, guys.
Yeah, we did. It was a good chit chat.
Yeah.
Right? Talk to you guys later.